Hi, thanks for watching. So, I would guess that in the state of Colorado, not every other place, but in the state of Colorado, lawyers are involved in residential real estate transactions, fewer than 1 out of 50 transactions. Now, why is that? Well, one of the reasons that is because generally things work out okay. But you know what? Generally, when you get on your bicycle and go for a bike ride, it turns out okay, and yet you still wear a bike helmet, even though most of you have not had a car crash where your helmet has protected you. I think there's one thing, at least one thing, that lawyers do pretty well that other professionals cannot do, and that is help you review the title of the property you are buying. And this webcast is designed to explore why people, what false reasonings people might use to rationalize not using lawyers to review the title when they purchase the real estate. So here we go. I think I got about 4 of them for you. The first one, the title company who's handling the transaction would not let the transaction close if there was something wrong with the state of the title. No, that's not true. What title companies do is they issue title commitments and title policies that ensure essentially good title to the property, excluding certain exceptions. If the title company sees a blemish, a title blemish, it adds it to the exceptions from the coverage. It is not true that title companies will refuse to close a transaction if there's a title blemish. Transactions can close with title blemishes. What's the second fallacy? The second fallacy is, well, look, I'm buying this property with a loan. My lender is looking over my shoulders. My lender has an interest in seeing that I am making a reasonable purchase here. If there was a title blemish, they would not allow me to close on the purchase of the transaction. Well, there's 2 things wrong with that premise. Even though that premise is generally true, the two reasons why it's not that comforting is, number one, lenders make mistakes. They're made up of human beings. We all make mistakes. And especially in times when the economy is good and there's a lot of pressure for lenders to make loans, sometimes some of the title details get sloughed. The second thing is your lender can't read your mind. It can't know, for example, that you intend to park your RV overnight, your recreational vehicle overnight on your driveway or on your street. It's not looking to see whether the covenants prohibit something like that. The lender doesn't know necessarily that you intend to expand your back patio. It's not looking at the covenants to see whether you're prevented from expanding the back patio. All right, what's the third fallacy? The contract, the real estate contract requires the seller to convey good title to the buyer. No, that's not true. Good title is a mushy concept, and the Colorado State Approved Form does not attempt to define anything like good title or reasonable title or marketable title or merchantable title. It essentially just obligates the seller to convey the title in the condition that the seller owns the title. It gives the buyer an opportunity to check out the state of the title, and as long as the buyer makes a timely objection, the buyer doesn't have to buy, but the seller is not obligated to deliver good title to the buyer under the Colorado contract. The fourth fallacy is, well, I have a real estate broker. My real estate broker is looking at this for me. No, that's not true. The real estate broker is not licensed to do so. The real estate broker also will be the first one to tell you that they are not trained to do so. And then the third thing is they have a little bit of a conflict of interest, right? Generally, real estate brokers don't get paid unless the transaction closes, and that might interfere, perhaps even merely just subconsciously, with their ability to review the title commitment. So, real estate brokers are not the final check. Having said all of that, all 4 of those things, remember, it's useful, it's good risk reduction, it's analogous to riding your bicycle helmet to have a lawyer help you review your title commitment for your residential real estate purchase. Thank you for watching. Remember, we live in a complicated world. Be careful out there.